Which guitar is that? I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, you've probably never seen this guitar. It lives in the safe.
Why?
Well, this is probably one of the last one of these I built. Check out the back of this thing.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's quite a guitar. But anyway, the first one I ever built, the actual very first guitar of one of this design is this one. And this one I built, I think, when I was a teenager. And I just wanted to build something completely different. Get a shot of that angle. Like, I already saw Stratocasters and everything else and said, hey, the world needs a better guitar, right? Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. But anyway, this all hand carved out of one piece of wood. The neck is joined and everything. But anyway, shortly after I built this one, right, I totally refined the design in my head at the time, however old I was. Anyway, I was probably maybe 1980 on this one. And this is the pinnacle of what these were supposed to be, the earlier ones, right? I'm not going to get into explaining all this. It's like way too complicated, and nobody really needs to be that complicated to play guitar. But anyway, what happened is I took this very guitar to a guitar show in New York City, in the city. I'm not going to mention any names, but there was a guy that worked for this little guitar company called Ibanez, and he didn't work for them. I think he owned it. And he was with his entourage, and this guitar, I had this guitar in a glass case, and they asked me if I would take it out. And I did. And they had these big giant cameras at the time, and maybe took, I don't know, maybe 50 or 100 pictures of this guitar. And there was nothing else like this at the time. And the next thing you know, they're all over the place, because they never got the back right, because that's what the back is supposed to look like. They were bending them the other way, they were bending them this way, or carving them, whatever they were doing. And then the world just wound up with, you know, a million of guitars that looked like this. But I mean, this may be, or that one right there for sure, may be the first concept where that ever came from. But I was stupid and I was young when they wanted pictures of it. I was like, yeah, sure. I was all proud of what I built, you know. And I let them take a shitload of pictures of it. And who cares, really? But anyway, then maybe late 80s, I forget, maybe late 80s, I wanted to cut all the frills out of the guitar, but still was holding fast to this design concept. So of course these have necks just as wide as that one, but it's bigger around the back, and kind of a hand rub varnish, because I was all about tone, no paint, no lacquer. And then
That's why that one's not shiny.
yeah, and then these pickups were my last design for the guitar. And the really cool thing about them is if you pop them all the way up, they'll bite pretty good, but if you roll them back, you don't have to mess with a tone control. It was kind of a cool thing. Yeah, but you know, no more of these. This is a long time ago. But, you know, most people have never seen these guitars, except for people that have known me for a long time. And I just thought I'd pull, I kept 3 of them. I probably built dozens of these. You know, I didn't really keep logs. I don't remember how many I built. But they're out there. Not too many of these. Less of these last ones. Anyway, that's it. That's whatever this guitar. And I was playing through the latest 10N. I just built and is in testing now. Actually, I built these two at the same time, but that's the one I'm burning in right now. It's going through one little cab with C90s, and it's very low. Look at the volume controls on it. I mean, the thing's very low, but all the tone is It doesn't need to be loud. The gain master with this amp is it's just you can get killer humbucker style tones or strats, anything you want at very low volumes. Anyway, that's these guitars.